Hi, I'm Vikram, a long-time tennis player and a coach. உங்களுக்கு ஒரு செட் ஆஃப் ஆன்லைன் டென்னிஸ் லெசன்ஸ் கொடுக்கலான்னு இருக்கேன். பிகினர்ஸ், இன்டர்மீடியட் பிளேயர்ஸ்லாம் பார்க்கலாம். ரைட் ஃப்ரம் கிரிப்ஸ், ஸ்டாண்ட்ஸ், ஸ்ட்ரோக் பிளே. பிடிச்சிருந்துச்சுன்னா லைக் பண்ணுங்கள். தேங்க்ஸ்.
Welcome back. இன்னைக்கு serves lesson part 2. Part 1 we've seen all the basics of the serve, which is the grip, stance, toss, hitting motion and follow through. இதெல்லாம் ஒரு single chain of motion, but it's not necessary that you have to practice everything in one single motion. தனித்தனியாக practice பண்ணிட்டு you master it and then you start building your serve. அதான் நம்ம இன்னைக்கு பார்க்க போகிறோம் in drills. A good beginner grip is the continental grip. Continental grip learning, when you hit, you have that natural slice to the serve. Good stance is keeping your legs a bit wider. Right hand is leading foot is the left foot. Try to point that towards the right side of the post, net post. That's another reference point. And point your shoulder to where you want to serve. That's a good starting position. Left-handers, front leg, which is your right this time, pointing to the left side of the net post. Now, the most important thing in a serve is the toss. Imagine a clock overlay pannina unga mele irundhu 1 o'clock. That's a nice tossing position. What you can do is you can be in this position. This is called the trophy position. Stance check, grip check, shoulder check, toss, hit. That's the follow through. Drills for the I'll give you a bit of tips also. The most important thing in serve is consistency of toss. But toss, hitting motion எல்லாமே தனித்தனியாக practice பண்ணி you have to build your muscle memory. ஏன்னா serve போடுறப்ப you can't be saying to yourself, toss 1 o'clockல போடணும், racket கரெக்டாக தலைக்கு பின்னாடி கொண்டு வரணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு பண்ணிட்டு இருக்க முடியாது. It has to become your second nature, right? So அதுக்கு தான் practice. But individually practice பண்ணி ஒன்று master பண்ணிட்டு then you can build it as a single motion. And when you throw the toss, don't throw it too short. Short-ஆக போட்டால் உங்களுக்கு டைமிங் இருக்காது. Don't bend your arm while you're hitting. Keep the arm extended. Maximum top distanceல மீட் பண்ணுறோன்னு நினச்சிக்கணும். That's why you're reaching for the ball and tapping it. So remember that. No short tosses, no bent arms. And அதே மாதிரி if you are leaving the ball early from your hand, the ball will go forward. Okay? Just physics, right? Leave the ball early, it will go forward. Leave the ball late, it will go backward. So on the right sweet spot, leaving the ball to go up straight to the sky. Travel path straight arka mari, you should practice. These are the steps that you should remember and slowly practice. To help with that, I'll show you some drills now. So drills most important thing that you'll practice is the toss. Toss consistent இருக்கணும். So toss consistent இருந்ததா உங்களுக்கு hitting position consistent இருக்கும். Otherwise you'll be searching for the ball every time over different serve அடிப்பீங்க, consistency வராது. So toss is very important. Straight armல push பண்ணி toss போட்டுட்டு you should be able to catch the ball with your arm extended. That's a nice toss. அப்படி practice பண்ணிட்டே இருங்க. So let's see the toss practice now. So what Ashika is practicing now is just the toss. No elbow bend. Hitting hand பத்தி கவலைப்பட வேணாம். Just drop it down. Concentrate on your tossing arm. Push it up with the shoulder. Try to land it straight back into your arm and in a straight line. If you see from behind, you should not go to your left or to your right. If you see from the sides, you should not go too backward or too forward. Straight line. Go straight up, come straight back into your arm. That's your initial practice. So this is another variation. Racket at baseline 1 o'clock position vechittu try to toss the ball so that it lands on the racket. It doesn't have to hit that perfectly. If it hits, well and good. Even if it doesn't, that's okay. Your aim is correct. Keep doing that to get the toss right. The next drill is throwing the ball. Throwing the ball edukuna, when you hit the serve, you're going to meet the ball at the highest point, right? And the hitting motion is like throwing a ball. So I'm throwing the ball practice pandrom. When you throw, try to throw over. Shorta, eppadi podama, think about throwing the ball over a big fence or a wall. Higher. So, and the practice irundhuchuna, you'll get that muscle developed for that hitting motion. So, it'll be like that. You can practice throwing the ball from inside the court. The aim is just getting the throw right. Throw motion correct irukano, ball konja higher throw panni practice pananum. Then you can slowly progress to come to the baseline. Unga service position la vandu angindu throw panna aarambikkalaam. You don't have to cross the net. Avlo thooki ponnu avasiyam illa. Practice just that motion. That's good. Yes, that's a good one. So that's your throwing practice. Throwing practice will lead you to hitting. The next drill is obviously hitting the ball. So timing, we have to practice that. So what we're going to do is keep the racket in trophy position. Trophy position wait pannittu, you do the toss and meet the ball at the highest point. So idan drill. These drills will get you to build that nice rhythmic motion with the follow through. Initially just hitting mattum practice pannittu adukapurama thaniya follow through pannalam, but it's always good to practice all together. If you can, try that. This will give you nice timing and good rhythm for the serve. So drills and initial lessons, starting position and then the racket dropping and bringing up slowly and yosikadinga. What you are trying to do here is get your toss right, get your timing right, and get your follow through properly. Idella practice pannite irukkarpa, automatically what will happen is when you start to begin your serve, you will start developing that nice fluid motion. So this practice pannonu avasiyam illa, automatically form aidum ungalku. That's why you have to concentrate on your continental grip, your stance, munadi sonna positions la, then start at the trophy position and the follow through. Okay, so let's see Ashika practicing that beginner serve. So first is stance check, the forward leg pointing to the post, the leg behind parallel to the baseline, racket up, toss without bending your arm, and hit. That's a good one. Keep practicing that. And starting position, when you're standing in the trophy position, you don't have to hold the racket very tight. Tight up pudcha racket mela irukku nenachikoga. Loosen it a bit, it drops, right? That's your trophy position. You don't have to be rigid. But when you're hitting, you will automatically tighten because otherwise racket will go off your hand. So on the grip podum. You don't have to be rigid and you don't have to hold it too tight. Remember these and keep practicing and you'll develop slowly. It'll take a bit of time, but be patient. And one day, you'll have a nicely developed serve, very consistent and powerful serve. Keep practicing that. I'll see you soon. Good luck, guys.